You guys, the defense has rested. They've rested. I don't know what I thought was going to happen today. It was not that. The defense has rested. Okay, so this is what's going to happen next. First of all, welcome to Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. I keep trying to remember to say that, but then I forget because I get, girls, please stop, because I get so excited about what's happening in the Murdaugh case. So today, the defense rested. They called a couple of expert witnesses that said like, oh yeah, the shooting went down a different way than those guys said it did. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then they were just done. Here's the thing. They called John Marvin as their last witness. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm another Murdaugh family member. He seems like a genuinely decent human being. Much more like calm and kind and human than his brother Alec. I don't know what that other brother is like, Randy. I don't know what Lynn is like, but John Marvin just seems like a nice guy. He seems like my brother, your brother, anybody's brother. Hallie, please stop. My dogs are desperate to have a YouTube channel of their own, and it would basically be them biting each other's ears and barking. It's a situation. Hallie, you want to come here? Come and say hi to the people. Ugh, now she doesn't want to say hi. Listen. It's like having toddlers. And you know I have 4 kids, right? It was easier to raise my 4 sons than it is to raise these 2 dogs. Out of control. Okay, so anyway, the prosecution has rested. But before it's all said and done, 2 things have to happen. Number 1, the defense wants to call a couple of rebuttal witnesses. Listen, Creighton Waters says that it should only take a day. He says 4 of them are really short. There might be a 5th. One of them could be really long. We know old Creighton has time blindness. Find a cure. We could be in court another 3 weeks at this rate. Honest to Pete. Like, okay, so he's going to call some rebuttal witnesses. Hopefully they have something relevant to say. You know what else the prosecution did today that was very different? They let a woman prosecutor get up and ask questions. And you know what? She was better than any of those other idiots. She was calm. She asked the questions. She had a very cute accent. And her questions make sense. At no point did she rant, rave, get off topic. She made the points that she needed to make. She made relevant objections. I was like, oh, this woman has a future if they ever let her get up and do anything. But the way things are going, maybe they don't let women get up and do things over there. I do not understand what's happening down South Carolina. Please check in. Ladies of South Carolina, are y'all okay? Do they let you do stuff there? Because it seems like they don't let y'all do nothing but sit in the back and hand up the papers, because this female prosecutor, she was very good. But here's the thing that the defense wants. They want all of the jurors to take a field trip out to Moselle. So the jurors are going to take a field trip out to Moselle. I don't know what lawyers are going. They're not going to live stream it. I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves, because it's going to take like 45 minutes to get there. I don't know how long they have to be there. They can't run any experiments. They can't do a step count. They can't test the sound. They can't do anything. They just can go and look at the space. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why that's necessary, but that is what they're going to do. Here's the thing, though. Today, I'm interested to hear the rebuttal witnesses, and I'm very interested to hear closing arguments, which I think could take a really long time, because I keep going back and forth on this case. 100%, I think he did it. Absolutely. There's no question in my mind that he did it. The real question is, did the state convincingly prove that he did it? And as I was listening to the defense case today, I was like, I still think he did it, but I also think that the defense poked enough holes in the case that if somebody wanted to say like, yeah, nah, I'm not convicting this dude, what are you going to do? I 100%, I keep going back and forth. Yesterday, I was like, he's absolutely going to be convicted. And then today, I'm like, it's absolutely going to be a hung jury. Will he get acquitted? Absolutely not. In my opinion, I have been wrong before. Frankly, I'm wrong all the time. I'm wrong about all kinds of things. But it'll be really interesting to see how this whole case shakes out. So tomorrow we have rebuttal witnesses from the state, and Creighton Waters, sweet Jesus. So that could go on for another 3 years. Who knows? And then the jurors take a field trip out to Moselle, and then there will be closing arguments, which could take easily half a day, and then jury instructions, which could take easily another 2-3 hours. And then they deliberate. Don't you think these jurors are just dying to finally have a conversation about this? Like, okay, what do you think? What about this? I would be exploding. I've been on 3 juries. Once I even stood up and read the verdict in court. But it is hard. Like, I can just be sort of unfiltered and say everything on here. But in real life, I have some restraint. And I'm like, I can hold myself back. I cannot say things. It is difficult. Oh, Lord, it is difficult. But I can. But I can also be very convincing if I need to. But while I was listening to to the defense today, I made a teensy little mistake. And that is that I fell down the rabbit hole of looking up Will Folks. What was I thinking? I suspected that Will Folks was half a scumbag, but I kind of like Fitz News. And then I was like, oh, you know how it started? I was looking to see what the community, like, he takes the temperature every day of the community, and you could say, like, guilty, not guilty, whatever. And so I was like, oh, what's the poll for today on Fitz News? What percentage of the community thinks he's guilty, not guilty, unsure, whatever? And then as I was looking at that, I saw his bio. And I was like, oh, how did he get started in the news business? I knew that he had worked for Mark Sanford as like the press person or something like that. And I had heard rumor about something to do with him and Nikki Haley. Well, why did I read that whole thing? Because that was some strong, strong tea. Apparently, Will Folks, he says he had an inappropriate relationship with Nikki Haley, which, okay, fine, do you. I believe she was married at the time, but he was not, but okay, fine. And then he went and spilled the tea in graphic detail about who did what to whom and where. Apparently their first encounter was in a car, according to him. Nikki says it never happened. And then a second dude came forward and was like, yeah, I hit that too. Oh, Nikki, now I want her to be president, because all of the standard of like, you have to have a pristine, whatever. I don't know that I agree with any of her policies, but if she was kind of a fallen woman, I kind of like that in a girl. I relate. I mean, I'm a married woman now. You know, my reputation is scrubbed clean. But back in the day, I was a fallen woman and was very proud of it. Honey, I still have Polaroids. In my day, we didn't have Snapchat. We didn't have social media. We didn't have, you know, what would happen is I went to college in a small town. I lived in small towns. So if you took some naughty pictures and you took them down to the CVS or the photo mat or whatever, well, they would look at your pictures and then call the cops. Like, oh, it's naked people in these pictures. I didn't need that, but Polaroids were around. So you could just take a Polaroid, it would come right out, and then you would have the picture right there. You never had to take it down to the CVS. So I got some Polaroids. They are not of me. They are of special friends who are all old men. Some of them might be dead now because I am old. Clearly, like, nobody has hair. Everybody's got a belly. Child, I've had 3 C-sections, so my belly is not that cute. But I have some pictures from a younger, cuter time. Anyway, all of that to say, I think Nikki Haley should be president. Okay, but not because I agree with her policies. Don't get me wrong. Just because, you know, she might have been a little loose, and I like that in a girl. Also, Will Folks has 7 kids. Who married him and had 7 of his babies? What? And also, he pled guilty on a domestic violence charge. What is happening? None of that has anything at all to do with the Murdaugh case. That is just random assorted gossip that I ran into while I was researching the Murdaugh case, like I am wont to do. Okay. This is the bottom line. This case is not over. It won't be over, probably for another week, possibly longer. So me and you, we got a little bit more time together. I don't know what we're going to do when this case is over. We're going to have to figure that out then. I thought we were going to go do the Adelson case, but I started re-listening to the podcast tally, and I think the murderers and the murderee were all kind of jerks. And so I was like, I don't know that I want to bother. This suitcase murder case where the high woman or drunk or whatever she was says she accidentally locked her boyfriend in a suitcase and then forgot to let him out and he died. They seem like a couple of idiots. I might cover that. That seems like my speed. Okay, I gotta finish getting dinner on the table for the kids and stuff and feed it. Oh, the girls stopped barking. They're such good puppies. I love them so much. Okay, I need to go back on vocal rest. We're expecting snow here tomorrow, and I'm so excited. I want to make a snowball first thing in the morning. But in the meantime, I should probably go get some, like, toilet paper and bread and eggs and whatever. All right, you have a good night, and you stay warm, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.